the next file. Okay, let me ask you a further question. Okay, so what's your greatest achievement?
Achievement?
Yeah.
My best achievement at the class, I always my all lessons are 5, and it is my best achievement for me.
Yeah, for now you have only the academic integration into the high school, or let's say it's not elementary, I think it's secondary school, right? Therefore, your marks as being good might be your best achievement. Let's ask the same question to Ms. Naime, that what do you think about the, let's say, your greatest achievement? Here, when you hear such kind of question in the let's say job interviews, employers generally ask these questions to let's say to understand what you consider to be your most valuable accomplishments. So to answer such kind of question, think about a recent example that is ideally related to the job in some way that you're applying for. Okay, briefly explain the achievement, your role in it, and why it is valuable to you. Okay.
Okay, my biggest achievement. Okay, I think my biggest achievement having master degree in foreign country, because I think everyone who wants who want to find a good job in companies should go abroad for master degree, because every year thousands of students graduate in graduate university, and when I graduate the university, I realized that I should have a difference between me and them. And then I decided to go abroad and have a master's degree in Germany. And I had many difficulties about going to Germany. At first, I have some conflicts in my family, and my daddy against it. He said that you can study master's degree in Azerbaijan and you can find a job in here. And persuading him was very difficult for me, but at the end I achieved it. Then, and having a master's degree in foreign country was very important for me, because my teacher was always advising it me, and said me and they said me that you can have a good job with this attitude in good companies, and I think the one reason of being here for me, I think the 1 minute. I think I have more chance than others about having a good job for this achievement. Because of these issues, I think my biggest achievement is having a master's degree in foreign country, which is difference between me and others.
Okay, now I'm going to ask an open-ended question to Rasul. Do you feel yourself lucky?
Lucky?
Are you lucky? Sorry?
I think yes, I'm lucky. I am lucky. I have that parents, and I uh, I have a house. I am lucky for that house.
Okay, again, try to think that you are in an interview. Okay, you are in an interview. You are here to apply for a job position. And when you are asked such kind of question, it has nothing to do with anything else but how you're going to answer the question in a way that's going to determine whether you're an optimistic or pessimistic individual. Is your glass half full or half empty? Tell your response in such a way that you can highlight the unique strengths for strengths you offer. Okay, if you don't talk about your strengths, if you don't relate it to the job that you're applying for, in that case, nobody actually is seeking for that, whether you feel you're lucky or not. Okay, instead, how this is related to the job might be your answer. Okay, just answer the questions in a way that you are in a job interview.
Job. I um, I think in future I want when I get that job. I think I am lucky in that job.
That's all. And did you ask me a question or you made a statement? I didn't understand that. Is it a question?
No, I think.
So you can say that's all. Okay, not that's all, because it's a little bit makes the interlocutor under the confusion that whether you would like to state, but you had the question in your mind or something like that. So it's a confusion point for your interlocutor. Therefore, try to avoid such kind of intonation. Okay. So let me ask another question. If you could relive, okay, live again, the last 10 years of your life, what would you do, Miss Naima?
What I would do? Okay, I would I would like to live the same life because I love my lifestyle, my friends, and myself. But I would want to change mistakes in my life, for example, or the conflicts between my family and friends, because after quarreling with my family or my friends, I always have a regrets about this, because then I don't think I would want to change many things in my life, because I always try to live as a good person and don't have a don't have a big mistakes. And then I think.
Okay, when we talk about our question, our answers with regard to the questions, then the only thing that we need to think about is the organization of our thoughts. Okay, think
Okay.
about where you're going to start and where you're going to end. If you know where you have to finish your question, in this case, it will be easy for you to adjust your intonation. But okay, if you say but and then start to think, then it means that you don't know what to say next. And then but okay, that's all. Okay, but this is not the proper ending for your answer. Okay, therefore your intonation should be adjusted in a way that you know what you're talking about. Okay, you have to put a full stop in the end of your expression, in the end of your indication, that there's no any further remark that I'd like to state. Okay. So another question is coming to Russell.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what motivates you?
What motivates me?
Yeah.
For that lesson, English or
No, generally, that you are applying to my company, and I'm asking you what motivates you. I would like to understand that. What are the general stimulation points for you that whether I have to decide that you're going to continue my company, or after a week you're going to tell me this is not the job for me, therefore I got to quit. So therefore I have to understand your stimulation points. That's why I'm asking you that. What motivates you? What kinds of things motivates you?
my family always motivates me, and when I make a good achievement or good when I was good in something, I motive some a lot, and when I have a false on my questions, I don't lose that motivation, and I want to solve that question, and I want to solve that question and want to bigger that motivation. That motivation.
Okay, but I didn't understand that. What motivated you to solve the problems?
My
Your
when I
family?
am yes, my family and my achievements. My achievements.
Now, what motivates you to become or to get to the achievement phase?
My
We
family.
achieve, okay, we become successful. And what makes you, okay, what motivates you to become successful? That's the question. They're talking about the end, but I'm asking you about the middle. Okay.
Yes.
For example, your peers, your classmates, maybe after studying a bit, then you drink coffee, and that motivates you. I don't know what motivates you, but everyone has different motivation points. And I'm asking you for yours. For example, can you provide a sample answer, Ms. Naima, so that he can shape out the answer in his mind? What motivates you?
What motivates me?
Yeah.
Okay. I always motivate myself. Then, for motivating myself, I always think they other people can do it. Why I can't? And I always think that I can. I could solve more difficult problems than this, and nothing is impossible in life. And I always think that the human is the most powerful creation in on the world, and nothing and everything is possible, and I can able to do anything which I want. And the first rule for motivation, I think, don't afraid of failure, and big success isn't big successes aren't possible without failures. We can have we can have we can fail many times to achieve what we want. The first rule is be valor. I finished.
Be bold, be courageous enough to get against the, let's say, whatever you feel like that is intimidating for you. Instead, fight against it so that you can achieve your goal. Okay. Would you like to answer from this perspective, that what kinds of things might motivate you also?
I don't hear.
You don't hear me? Can you hear me
Yeah.
now? Can you hear me?
No, I hear now, but
Okay, you didn't
don't.
hear. All right. So, would you like to answer this question again? That what motivates you?
What motivates me?
Yeah.
My families, my friends, classmates motivates me.
Okay, you need to make a conversation. You need to talk more when it's compared to the traditional classes. Give me an example that how your family motivates you.
When I make that when I am bad at lesson, my families motivates me to be good at lesson.
Okay, how do they motivate you? By helping you or by showing you the way, by guiding you? Which one?
They helps me. They helps me, and they don't. They they say mm, be good at them.
Okay, they praise you, they make some compliments that try to do your best, and we're here always. And if you have any difficulty, we're going to help you into. But exactly, giving an assistance is not the motivation. Okay, it's just problem solving, but not the motivation. Motivation means that they show you the way, that this is the way that you got to go, and afterwards they are just standing by you without physically or mentally helping you. In that case, we can call it a motivation. Probably they're doing it this, and you'd like to describe it this way, but there was another remark from you. Okay, and the next question is for Naima. Are you willing to fail?
Are you willing to fail?
Yeah. But
What
these,
means
but these
willing?
types of willing means want. Do you want to fail? Okay. But these types of questions generally employers are interested in how you respond to failure. Okay, how you react to failure. Do you learn from it and build upon the experience to do better in the future, or after your first failure, you just give up and never did the same?
Okay. Of course, nobody wants to have failure in the work or education or about the family, but we always approach our failures on the positive sides. We can learn new things from our failures, and we can develop ourselves. We can find new ways for solving hardships. And failure is not absolutely bad things. We can learn many things from our failures.
Failures. I'm sorry. Failures. Failure.
Failure.
Yeah. Failure.
There
What do you mean by failure?
aren't they saying?
No, there's no words like failure. There's hardship and there is failure.
Failure is
Failure. Failure. Say it again, but just pronounce it clearly.
Failure. You're saying
Failure.
What's failure?
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, let me share my screen with you, and I'm going to let you write over here. Okay. And also we're going to talk about your mistakes as well. Make host. So can you request a remote control?
What?
Can you request a remote control? On the upper side of your Zoom, you're going to see, let's say, yeah, there is a remote control panel. Request a remote control on the upper side.
Okay. What should I do?
request, there are three dots, okay, three
Yes.
dots. Click on it, and there should be something like request a remote control. Do you see that?
Request.
Request a
No.
remote control. Russell, can you find remote control?
Yes.
I can't
Okay.
find. There is chat meeting settings, minimize
I see
meeting.
No, on the upper side of your computer, okay, there is a zoom detail, okay? So when you go upside, there is a stop share, let's say there are
View.
participant security, and there's also three dots, okay? And click on three dots, you're going to see remote control, request remote control.
I don't have three dots because I'm joined with telephone.
The view options.
Okay. Just spell the word that you'd like to say in terms of fail sure or fail sure. I didn't understand. Can you spell the word?
A-L.
A-L.
S.
But
S.
you started with F.
Yes, F-A-L.
F-A-L.
S. E.
E.
R.
No. Say it once again. S, and then I didn't hear it properly. Just say it clearly.
U. R. I.
I. This word?
No, after F-A-I-L, fail. Fail sure.
Like this?
Yes.
At the end, I?
No, E.
Fail sure?
Yes. Fail sure.
Where did you see this word? Probably
I
you'd
don't know,
like to say failure, like this.
Oh yeah,
Without S.
failure. Yes.
Okay. The wrong word choice might end up with losing some points in the IELTS, TOEFL kinds of examination. Okay. Therefore, make sure. Okay, this is sure. Make sure or ensure that you're using the right word in your speech, in your writing. Okay. Okay, go ahead. You are talking about, are you willing to failure? Are you willing to fail?
Okay. I should start again or continue?
Okay, you have to continue because you had the wrong pronunciation of the word failure in terms of failure or something like that.
Okay. If we try, we can learn many things from our failure. Then and failure aren't very bad things for our experience, and development isn't possible without failures. And every people who have perfect career, family, or perfect financial situation, they have big failure in their life.
Have big roles. Okay. Now I'm going to ask the last question. Okay, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some of the mistakes that have been made. All right. So this question is indeed for both of you. What did you like and dislike about your previous job? Now, just imagine that you had a previous job and you left that position and you are unemployed or you are working in another company or you're just applying to our new company. And in this case, you have to answer that why, what did you like and dislike about your previous job? Would like to start first? They can take the role.
I can start.
Go ahead.
Previous job. Okay, in my previous job, I had a low salary, and I think they paid me more because I really worked hard every day, and sometimes I can. Sometimes my boss made me work more than 9 hours in a day, and the meals for dinner are very unhealthy in this company, and I should have ordered meals from the restaurants when I worked there. And life insurance and I didn't have any life insurance when I worked there, and they provided us cars, but the cars wasn't in good situation, and they could broke anytime when I ride them and I could stay on the road with a broken car. And but and the uh, worker staff and the worker staff aren't uh, and the worker staff aren't wasn't good, because they didn't because they weren't interested in their work. They always roaming. They was always roaming in the office, and I should I should have done whole work for them. And I really feel abused when I worked there, and I don't want to return my previous job.
Okay, how about you, Russell?
What?
The same question. What did you like and dislike about your previous job?
Previous. What's previous?
Previous means before this job. Before this job, you had a new job, you had another job, and what did you like and dislike about that? It's antonym of next, okay?
Uh, 9 minus 9.
Just imagine you are not working now, and probably within the next 5 years you're not going to work. Maybe you can start work when you get accepted to the university, although it's going to be a part-time job. Okay, but now
Yes.
we are making an imagination. We have the mind, we have watched some movies, we have read some books, and we know that what the work is like. At least from your parents you can know that what we mean by job or work. Just tell me that what kinds of things might be of like or dislike for you.
To get a new job.
No, in your previous job, before this job you had a job, okay?
Yes.
What did you like? What did you dislike about that job?
I like I like business. I would like businessman. I think it is good job for me, and
Okay,
it is
the question is about your
like
business, not about the job that you like to that you intend to work in the future, okay? Or what do you think that is best job? This is not the question. The question is, what did in the past, okay, not in the future, not now, but in the past, what did you like, and what did you dislike? Do you know what does dislike mean? It means
yes.
you didn't
Don't.
like. Okay, what didn't you like? What you liked about your previous job?
Mm,
Okay, you were working. Okay, let's write over here. Do you see my Word document?
yes.
Working in the, let's say, in the supermarket as a salesperson. Okay, and now you are not working there. You quitted this job. Okay, do you know quit?
Yes.
It means you left this job. And I'm
Yes.
asking you, this is my question to you, that what were you what did you like about being a salesperson your previous job, and what did you dislike about this position?
Uh, mm, First, I dislike that job because I don't love salesperson, and that job you can't get a lot of money.
Okay, you didn't like that part. What about like? Did you like something in your job?
Like mhm.
Okay, now we're going to end up the conversation, but now I have to also explain some of the things that we can have a look. Okay. First of all, if you are asked a like and dislike questions, you have to touch upon both sides. Okay. Instead of only talking about the negative sides, you also have to talk about the positive sides, like likes. Okay. If you miss one of them, at least you have to refer it. Okay. And one side tip is that if you only concentrate on the wrong things, on the negative things, then probably the company that you're applying for is not going to hire you, is not going to employ you. Why? Because they will feel like that you are a negative person, you have a negative personality, you can't see the good sides in anything. Okay, this might be the answer for the shaping of the let's say mind in the interlocutor, in your interviewer. Therefore, try to avoid the absolute and extreme negative answers. Okay, instead you can answer this question that although there were some points that I disliked, but they were not the big deals. Okay, first of all, for example, uh, let's say the staff were not friendly. Okay, you can say the staff were not friendly in the beginning because they didn't know me. Instead of saying that they were not friendly at all. Okay, maybe that's true, but you can say that it maybe depends on the, let's say, different types of factors that have been contributed by their social life or some personal skills, maybe. Okay, but try not to say that everything was bad in that company, and no, I don't recommend that company for any other person. Okay, if you say this kind of thing about the previous company, then the company that you're applying for in the job interview will think that you're going to say the same thing after you leave their company. Therefore, try not to fall into fallacy of talking about only, let's say, the wrong things. So at one point, let's just discuss some of the things that we talked. We said as a last way, but this is, let's say, in our literal translation, okay? In our language, we say as a last way, but in English, we say as a last resort, okay? Instead of as a last way. Do you remember, Ms. Naima, that you said as a last way?
Okay.
We use generally as a last resort. It means that at the end of the day, okay, if everything happens and at the end, okay, as a last resort, I would do this one or the other one. Okay, overcoming, this is untrue. Okay, we say overcoming. Okay, because the overcame is the simple past form of overcome. Okay, and can't solving. Okay,
Can't solve.
Can't solve. So never, let's write here, never use, let's say, other forms of the verbs after modal verbs.
Then we shouldn't upset. We shouldn't be upset.
So the proper expression is be upset. If my father knows about it, he became angry. So this is
if my father no in the past tense.
Yeah, we have to say what's the past? Knew.
Knew.
If my father knew about it, he instead of
angry.
became, no, not became, he would become. Because this is second conditional. in which we're talking about the unreal situation that's happening in our imagination, but not in reality. All right. Therefore, we use would. It would be something like that, but indeed, there's no such kind of reality that's happening right now. Okay. And another point. Then I go to my mother. So you
Then I
used
went.
about. You used it about the past event, which means you had to change the tense of present form of the verb go to the past form, which is went. At first course, you said at first course, okay?
At first course.
Course. We say course,
Course,
not
yeah.
course. At the
Course.
end of the day,
At
now
the
here
end of-
again, you were talking about the past activity, okay? Instead, you have to say something in the past. What's the past form of feel? Russell, can you tell me?
Felt.
Felt.
Yeah, felt. Okay, negative experience indeed is not a negative remark. Okay, this is just what we have just mentioned. All right, that even though that you are asked a question about the negative thing, it's not about it. Okay, don't only talk about the negative remarks. Try to change it to the positive. So the pronunciation problem.
I heard.
I heard. What about this one? I heard.
Foreign country. Foreign.
Foreign country.
Yeah.
Can you, Russell? Can you pronounce it?
Me.
Foreign. Foreign country. Foreign country. So the mistake here is don't be afraid of something. We can failed again, not failed, but fail. We can fail many times. Failure aren't. No, isn't. Okay, we have to say here isn't rather than aren't. Okay. We have 3 minutes to be left. The cars wasn't. The car
Weren't. Or
was,
say weren't. Or we can say cars. Cars
so
weren't in
cars,
the station. Or
weren't.
cars weren't in the station, yeah.
Weren't. Not wasn't, but weren't. When I write them, no. If you talk about the past event, then we need to think. When I wrote to them, okay, what happened? They did something or they didn't respond to your query or whatsoever. The worker staff. Instead of the worker staff, we just say the staff, because when we say staff, it means that we're talking about the group of people working over there. Okay, therefore the worker staff is not the appropriate thing. And they was always roaming instead of was. So we would say here were. Okay. So this is the end of our conversation club, because it's going to automatically shut down. Would you like to ask any question to me before the shutdown?
No, I don't have.
Okay, well, how about Russell?
No, I don't have to.
Okay, I'm going to send the, let's say, mistakes over here to you via WhatsApp. Okay? And to Russell via Zoom chat. I'm going to send it to you via Zoom chat. Okay, have a nice day. Bye-bye. See you next time in the lesson. Okay.
See you.
Bye-bye.